Okay, I think we're nearly there now, and we might get underway for this afternoon's session on Springboard from Atlantic Technological University. You're all very welcome to this afternoon's webinar. My name is Eamon Walsh. I'm Head of Faculty Support as part of our online flexible and professional development group here at ATU. I'm delighted to be joined this afternoon by Peter Smith from Galway, Catherine O'Reilly from Sligo, and Stephen O'Donnell from our Letterkenny Donegal campus to chat today about Springboard Plus and the Springboard Plus offerings here at Atlantic Technological University. I'm happy to say we've a very long history with Springboard Plus and the Human Capital Initiative of the Higher Education Authority, right back to when it started in 2011, and providing upskilling and reskilling opportunities for learners right across the country. In many areas of many disciplines, many of them in STEM-related areas, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, but lots of other areas as well. And we'll hear more details on some of those offerings from the different campuses as we go across to everyone to have a chat during this webinar. At the end as well, we'll get an opportunity just to have a quick chat about the application process and eligibility criteria. And there'll also be an opportunity for some Q&A at the end. Just on a couple of housekeeping things. So we are recording this afternoon's webinar, just so you're aware of that, and that will be made available through our channels for people to watch back, or people who may have signed up for today but missed the webinar, and they can watch it later. We will have a short Q&A, as I mentioned, and at the top and part of your screen, you'll see a button for the Q&A. If you give a click into there, you'll be able to pose a question, and we'll get to it later. Or if we're not able to deal with it on the webinar, then we will certainly get back to you later on by email or messaging chat. You'll also see in there a link to our Springboard Quick Guide, which you can click on and have a look at the course listings that are there and find out more information about how to apply and where you can find out more information or ask questions. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to go now over to Galway and to Peter Smith to talk about some of the offerings there at Springboard Plus offerings at Galway. So Peter, over to you.
Lovely. Thanks, Eamon, and thanks for that introduction. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for our virtual information session about Springboard Plus courses across the ATU. As Eamon just mentioned, I'll be covering out on Springboard courses on offer from the ATU Galway campuses, focusing specifically on one starting next September. And I will then hand you over to my colleagues, Catherine and Stephen, who will go through the programs on offer from their respective campuses. So firstly, from our Faculty of Science, we have some really exciting Level 9 postgrad diplomas on offer, including 2 brand new programs in Entrepreneurship and Biopharmaceutical Manufacturing and Entrepreneurship and MedTech. So these innovative new programs aim to equip people with the cross-cutting skills demanded by both the biopharma and medtech sector, and they can really help those individuals who have a lot of experience and maybe qualifications in both these highly regulated sectors move their careers on to the next level. Within both these programs, outside the biopharma and medtech specific modules, they cover modules like strategic marketing and communications, finance and accounts for non-financial managers, leadership, risk management, innovation, and also coupled with a research project. Our third Level 9 postgrad from the Faculty of Science is the Advanced Biopharmaceutical Science course, which is a highly sought after for employment in specialized areas. This program is designed for graduates with a science background who want to build on their knowledge in emerging biopharmaceutical technologies. And it'll equip graduates with a firm grounding in the fundamentals of applied biopharmaceutical and in immunotherapeutic science. Also from the Faculty of Science, we have a Level 8 higher diploma in Medical Technology Regulatory Affairs, which we run in collaboration with the Irish MedTech Association. The skills on this course are in high demand, and it is aimed at those intending on working in the area of regulatory affairs, quality and engineering within the medtech sector, or indeed for those medical technology professionals who wish to expand their knowledge of the regulations. Moving on to engineering, and also for those in the medical device sector, we provide specialized engineering courses, including a level 7 add-on degree in manufacturing engineering and a level 8 add-on degree in industrial engineering. These are extremely important or popular courses, especially among individuals maybe with trade certificates or higher certificates in engineering and science. And are generally some of the first programs to be filled each year. So if you're interested in these programs, I'd advise that you have a look at the brochure and get your applications in as soon as possible. In the field of computing, we offer a level 8 higher diploma in cybersecurity, risk and compliance. Skills again, which are in extremely high demand at the moment. This program offers IT professionals the opportunity to upskill or transition into the high demand area of cybersecurity, risk and compliance, and it has been developed in partnership with the Hewlett Packard Enterprises Cyber Defense Center. Some other shorter courses, we also offer specialized courses like the Level 8 certificate in building digital health communities. This aims at addressing the increasing demand for online healthcare delivery, especially since COVID-19. And also in the area of environmental science and sustainability, we have an excellent level 9 postgraduate certificate in marine spatial planning. Again, a skill that's high on the agenda of skills and needs for the renewable energy sector. So all of those courses that I've just gone through fairly quickly are starting this September 2024, and applications are now opening. We are now open as we speak. We do have a number of programs approved for next academic year, but are not due to commence until January 2025. And very quickly, just go through and mention them. These include a postgrad cert in digital media and marketing, a HDIP in business analytics. We also, for the hospitality sector, we offer introductory culinary skills courses for kitchen staff, and these include a higher first year of higher certificate in culinary arts, and they can lead to positions of commis chef, chef de partie, and things like that. And we also offer flexible ICT skills conversion courses in data analytics, which is a programming course focused on Python, and software development, which focuses on SQL, Java, and JavaScript. These are available at a level 8 and can be completed over 12, 18, or 24-month period, which is really flexible and can really help people who are considering going back to study after a long time, or maybe have a very busy work-life balance to maintain. As I said, applications for these courses won't be accepted on the platform at the moment, but sometime from mid to late October, the platform will be open for these. And if anyone is interested in these programs, you can visit our website, find the relevant program, and complete a register your interest form. And we'll get back to you, back in touch with you closer to the date to confirm when the platform is opening. So very quickly, there are the programs on offer both this September coming and later at the start of 2025. So I'll hand you back to Eamon now to carry on with the rest of the campuses.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Peter, for that summary of what's happening there in Galway. I'm glad you touched on the flexibility aspect. I think we're doing everything we can to be as flexible as possible for students who, many of whom are working. And many of our courses are online. Some are fully online, yep, or maybe blended, where people are. It's a hybrid. People are coming onto campus for some aspects for short periods of time. But they find out more information on the course pages, as you say, on the website. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. So we're just going to go a little bit further north now to Sligo, and Catherine, hear from you on the courses on offer there at the Sligo campus.
Thank you, Eamon, and good afternoon to everybody who has tuned in. So my name is Catherine O'Reilly, and I am the Springboard Coordinator in the Sligo College of ATU. And ATU Sligo has a fantastic choice of Springboard funded offerings for a September 24 and a January 2025 start, all across the national framework of qualifications from level 6 to level 9. So right from the entry level at level 6 all the way up through 7, 8, and then into the postgrad area at level 9. So our September starts include a wide number of programs in the sciences, including certs in health informatics and health project management, certs in biopharma processing and bioprocess engineering, and certs in medtech, reg affairs and quality. We also have September starts in engineering, including certs in validation technologies and in Lean Sigma quality. We have certs in water and wastewater treatment and mechatronic engineering, and we have a level 9 cert in mechanical and electrical quantity surveying. In the computing area, then, we have a September start on our level 8 cert in computer networks and cloud infrastructure, and in our level 8 higher diploma in computing. In ATU Sligo, we also partner with the National Institute for Bioprocessing Research and Training, or otherwise known as NIBRT. And we also partner with the University of Galway to offer a number of other Springboard funded programs in the biopharma sciences at level 6 and at level 9, and in the medtech reg affairs and operations level at level 8. So in ATU Sligo, our January 25 starts include certs in social media marketing and digital marketing practice, both at level 6. So we are open on the Springboard platform under ATU Sligo as the provider for all of our September 2024 starts. We're not currently taking applications for January 25 starts. They will open later in the year, but you are more than welcome. As my colleague in Galway, Peter, mentioned, we have a register your interest link on both of those social media marketing and digital marketing practice pages on the website, and you're more than welcome to complete those. But in the meantime, we are accepting applications for all of our September 2024 starts, and places are going quickly. As you can imagine, with this funding mechanism, places are extremely popular. So that's just a whistle-stop tour of everything that's available in Sligo. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact me or visit our website at www.atu.ie/springboard.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Catherine. That's great to hear, and lots of great offerings there as well. Thank you very much for that. We'll go a little further north again now and head up to Donegal to Stephen to chat about some of the offerings from there.
Thank you very much, Eamon. You're very welcome, folks. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. My name is Stephen, and I'm the Springboard coordinator up here in ATU Donegal. So again, I'll just give a brief overview of the courses that are on offer. Now, all our courses, bar one, are commencing in September 2024, and they're all open for applications currently on the Springboard website. The majority of our programs are computing based and coming from the Department of Computing, so I'll start with them. There's entry-level courses the whole way up to postgrad courses in level 9s that can lead into master's programs. So starting with the certificate in digital skills, again, it's a level 6, and it's open to anybody with a level 5 qualification in any discipline or 3 years relevant experience. So again, if you wish to get into the area of computing or upgrade your digital skills, it's a course that's quite prominent no matter what area of work that you're in. Moving on from that, we've also got a diploma in applied data technologies. Again, it's a level 7, and again, anybody with a level 6 qualification in any discipline or level 5 with relevant work experience of 3 years, again, can apply for that. And again, I suppose it's an entry-level course that can upskill you and progress your knowledge in the area of computing and data technologies. Moving on then to our higher level qualifications, we've got an honours degree in contemporary software development, and again, appropriate for those that are looking to upskill their coding or development of games, programs, C#, Java, any of those sort of programs that are used in the computing development sector. Again, entry requirements are level 7 degree in computing. Again, relevant work experience can be considered there as well. We also have 2 conversion programs, level 8, HDIP in computing. So again, for somebody who already holds a degree in a non-computing discipline, they can look at these conversion courses into the computing sector. So again, there's a 1-year option where you can do the level 8 in 12 months, and there's also an option to do it over 2 years. So again, just the flexibility that Eamon mentioned there before. Again, entry requirements for both of those programs, a level 8 degree in a non-computing discipline, or again, a level 7 in a non-computing discipline with 3 years relevant experience will be considered as well. Then we move on to the postgrad level 9s in computing courses. So there's a diploma in Big Data Analytics and Artificial Intelligence. There's a postgraduate diploma in Cloud Technologies, a postgraduate diploma in Cybersecurity, and there's a postgraduate diploma in Computing DevOps as well. The entry requirements for all of those are a level 8 in a computing foundation degree, so an honours degree in a related computing discipline, or again a level 7 in a computing related discipline with relevant 3 years experience as well. Those postgraduate diplomas can also feed into a master's program. Again, that's outside of the Springboard funded program itself, but again worth considering. So those are the courses offered by our computing department under Springboard. Again, all available on the Springboard website and accepting applications. Again, very popular. They're all developed with kind of industry specialists on board as well, and again, both within Letterkenny and further afield. Again, the applications that come in generally come from around the country, and again, so if you are interested, suggest getting your applications in early and as soon as possible. Moving on from the Department of Computing, we also have a number of courses within the construction sector and the fire safety sector. So the first one here is a Bachelor of Science in Fire Safety Engineering. It's the only one in the country. Again, very popular, and the entry requirements that is a level 7 minimum qualification in a cognate construction engineering discipline. So again, very popular. Get your applications in early if interested in it. We also have a Bachelor of Science in EV Technology, Electrical Vehicle Technology. Again, just with the increased demand and usage of electric vehicles, this course is open to those that hold a craft cert, a higher certificate, or advanced cert in a mechanical related discipline, or are currently working as mechanics in their daily routine. Again, RPL recognised prior learning will be acknowledged as well, so potential there for anybody that wishes to upskill in that sector to the EV, electrical vehicle technology sector, to come on board and gain qualification and experience and knowledge in that sector. We also have construction contracts management, again a level 8 Bachelor of Science degree. Again, entry requirements for that is a level 8 in a related discipline, or again a level 7 degree with experience in the construction sector as well. So again, open to those that are already working in the sector that wish to upskill and gain further knowledge in the area. We also have a postgraduate. No, sorry, that's the construction side of things done, and then we move on to culinary skills. So again, this is, I suppose, slightly different in terms of its campus based, 2 days a week. Again, quite a popular course, but obviously the location needs to be taken into consideration. Again, useful for those wishing to upskill in the culinary sector or the catering sector, working in hotels, restaurants, or anything like that. Again, advise get your application in early as possible for that. And then finally, we also have a certificate in social media and web marketing for the tourism sector. Again, entry requirements, leaving cert or QQI level 5 or above, or anybody that's a mature applicant can also apply for that course. So that's a list of the courses in ATU Donegal. So again, they're all open on the Springboard portal. Again, any further questions, you can find information on the websites there. So thank you, Eamon.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Stephen. And folks, I hope you're getting an appreciation that we have a very wide range of courses. As I said, many are in that kind of STEM area, but we have some non-STEM offerings as well. So I think it's a really exciting time to be looking for courses and browsing through springboardcourses.ie. And speaking of the portal and applying and application process and eligibility in that, maybe it's a good time now. We'll go back to Catherine, who can talk us through some of the aspects of that. How do we apply for these courses, Catherine?
Thanks, Eamon. Yeah, all applications are submitted directly to Springboard. So that's an important point to note. They don't submit to ATU directly. So you just visit https://springboardcourses.ie, and that will bring you directly to the Springboard portal, where if you are a previous applicant or you applied for Springboard before, you simply just reuse the account you would have set up originally. If you're a first-time applicant, you just need to register an account with Springboard and then log in. So once you're logged in, the easiest thing to do is just click on search courses. So you'll see that quite clearly on the Springboard platform when you log on, and you can search by provider or by course or by skills area Personally, I think the easiest way to search is by provider. So what you'll find on the platform is ATU Sligo, ATU Donegal, and ATU Galway Mayo are actually listed separately on the platform in that provider area. So once you locate your chosen course, you can click on apply now. So again, very, very clear on the platform. Just complete and submit your application, ensuring that you complete all required elements of the form. ATU Galway Mayo and ATU Donegal will ask you to upload your academic documents as part of your application to the platform, whereas ATU Sligo will ask you just to submit your application initially, and then our admissions team will follow up with you afterwards to ask you for a copy of your CV or any academic documents that you hold. So whether you're applying to the Sligo College, the Donegal College, or Galway Mayo, your application will then be routed to the relevant approver for review, and you'll hear the outcome of your application very, very shortly afterwards. So the application process itself is very straightforward, but just make sure you're applying directly on the Springboard platform and not to ATU directly itself.
Okay, fantastic, Catherine. Thank you very much for that. That's great, and hopefully everybody is pretty clear now on how to apply for the courses and have a sense and a flavour, I think, of what's on offer. I think follow the links in the Q&A to visit our website and find out more information on the specific course that you're interested in. Also on there, you'll find information on email addresses of course coordinators or heads of department who'll be able to provide you with more information. Or you can access our Springboard help desks. So if you have a question on how to apply or eligibility criteria or anything like that, so please don't be waiting there trying to find out information. You know, get in contact with us if you want to find out more. And speaking of finding out more in Q&A, I might just invite Grace now, who's moderating the Q&A forum there, to come online.
Thank you, Eamon, and thank you everybody for joining today. So we have a question from Karen. This is for Peter. So it's in relation to the higher diploma in cybersecurity risk and compliance. So what is the course listed as? Is it full-time, and is it suitable for people from a non-IT background?
Okay, so it is listed as a full-time course by virtue of the fact that it's 60 credits. It's a higher diploma, and it on the Springboard website you can see the breakdown of course time that's required every week. And very quickly, Mondays it's 1 to 2 p.m. Wednesdays is 1 to 2 p.m. and also 2 to 4 p.m. Thursdays is 1 to 2 p.m. and Fridays is 1 to 4 p.m. So that just gives you a flavour of the kind of commitment that is required for that, and that is why it's listed as a full-time course. Is it suitable for people from a non-IT background? What it says is entry criteria is a level 8 in any discipline, but you must have a working knowledge of IT or working experience in IT. The best way to find this out really is to put in an application, I would suggest, and you will then initiate a conversation with my colleague Peter Butler, who is actually the Springboard coordinator here in Galway, and he can go through that with you. As Catherine already touched on, the application process will ask you for a few things, such as do you meet the eligibility criteria, your CV, and whatever else it asks. Once you do that, Peter is very quick at turning around and getting back if he needs any additional information and things like that. And it is down to the course, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe Catherine or Stephen, but it's down then to the course coordinator whether you meet that, maybe more granular eligibility criteria. So I hope that answers your question, Garen.
Brilliant, thank you, Peter. We might move on to another question we have in the Q&A. So this is from Anthony. So Catherine, I might direct this one to you. So it's about just that eligibility criteria in terms of unemployment and employment. Would you be able to give a little bit of further detail on that and the rules from the Department of Social Protection?
Okay, thanks, Grace. Yeah, it's very, very important in advance of submitting any application to ATU or any other provider on the Springboard platform that you make sure you check the eligibility criteria. So not only does an applicant have to meet the academic entry requirements to a programme, but you must also meet the Springboard eligibility requirements. So there are a number of categories of applicant that are deemed eligible for Springboard funding in the first instance. So that would be somebody who's employed or self-employed, somebody who is unemployed or formerly self-employed, somebody who's classed as a returner. So that's an individual who has been economically dependent on a spouse or partner for 9 out of the last 12 months. And there's also what's called a recent graduate category. So these are individuals who may have graduated with a level 8 honours degree or equivalent in the last 12 months and are eligible for certain ICT skills or HCI Pillar 1 courses only. So when an individual is applying for Springboard funding, you must ensure you meet the eligibility criteria. So each of the categories have specific documentation that we will require the applicant to upload either as part of the application or further down the road. And so, for example, if it's an unemployed applicant, they'll be asked to provide us with evidence of their PPS number and evidence of receipt of a qualifying payment from the Department of Social Protection. So a list of all of those qualifying payments and other documentation that you need to upload are very clearly outlined. Again, if you visit the Springboard platform and you visit the section that's titled, Am I Eligible? Then within that, you will see it's broken down further by an EU applicant or a non-EU applicant. And then it very clearly outlines, depending on the category of applicant you are, the documentation that you have to submit and examples of what's deemed acceptable documentation. And that's another point to remember. You can't just upload whatever you think will meet the requirement. The HA are quite specific in the type of documents that they will accept, and that's all clearly outlined there. So yes, for an unemployed applicant, it's evidence of PPS number and the evidence of their payment. For somebody who's in employment, for example, it will be evidence of their employment status, evidence of nationality, evidence of residency, as evidence of a PPS number, and evidence of being resident in an EU country or the UK for 3 out of the last 5 years. So you can see it's quite a complex system on top of the academic eligibility, but it's all very, very clearly outlined on the platform itself.
Brilliant. Come in there, Christy, again, in terms of what Anthony just asked specifically there. Anthony, if you do apply as an unemployed applicant and you then seek or you pick up a job and you become employed, you're still eligible. We just need to change the documentation maybe that you're looking for, but yes, you are still eligible to enroll in the course.
Thanks, Stephen.
Brilliant. Thank you, guys. There's another question in from Joe. So this is for you, Stephen. So he has recently accepted a construction contracts management course, and he's wondering about the hours that people usually spend on this course outside of the lectures.
I suppose, Joe, look, how long is a piece of string? It can vary quite a bit for different people in terms of how much hours they need to spend on the course. But you can expect, I suppose, to spend maybe somewhere between 3 to 8 hours outside of your weekly live classes. But I say that can vary quite a bit. I suppose we can put you in contact with the head of the department or the lecturers who might be able to give you a more precise indication of the workload that's involved in it. Again, if you want to send me, or I suppose I can pick your details up off the AMS if you've applied. I'll get you further details on that, if that's okay.
Brilliant. Thank you, Stephen. So we just have a minute or two left. So I might go to you, Eamon. There was a question that came in about the marine spatial planning, just about the start date. And I just think that's an important one to cover. So we did have a printed version of our quick guide. So just in case anyone has gotten that, after we went to print, the date of that did change. So it is listed in the print guide as September 24, but it is actually January 24. It is correct on the digital version of the quick guide. But Eamon, would you like to cover any bits about that marine spatial planning course?
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much, Grace. So, and a question in there from Janine, just on the requirements around the project associated with that course. So, for those in employment, there is no requirement to come on campus the requirement to come on campus is only for those not in employment. So if you're unemployed and don't have access to a project, then we'd have to assign a project to you and would need to spend a little bit of time on campus setting that up and going through the supervision of it. But if you're in employment and have a project, that can all be handled remotely or online, and that there's no requirement. So happy to say that, and I'll have a quick. After this call, we'll have a quick check back on the website to make sure that that's clear and we can make an adjustment. So thanks, Janine, for pointing that out. Maybe it's not clear, but yeah, if you're in employment, there'd be no requirement to be on campus.
Great. It's great to see so many great questions coming into the Q&A. So David has a question about when will applicants know if they've been accepted onto a course?
Again, yeah, I can take that. Thanks for the question, David. I suppose it may vary slightly between ATU Go, ATU Sligo and ATU Donegal. But in terms of how it works is you'll get a provisional offer originally in terms of you've met the academic entry requirements. After that, we have to wait until roughly about 6 weeks if you're an employed applicant before we can process your eligibility documentation to assess your eligibility. If that is done relatively quickly, then you'll get a definite offer and you'll be moved to enrolled on the program. So it won't, I suppose, your provisional offer, we try to get them out within a week up here. And again, I'm sure Sligo and Galway are the same, but that's just a provisional offer stating that you meet the academic entry requirements. But by the rules set down by the Higher Education Authority and Springboard, we can't actually process your eligibility documentations for definite until 6 weeks before the course start date. So if you know the course start date that you've applied for, count back 6 weeks. We'll be back in touch looking for your eligibility documentation. We'll process that and then you'll be offered a full-time place on the course. Hopefully that answers it for you. Or Catherine, do you want to add any more to it?
No, I think that's answered it beautifully, yeah.
Brilliant. So that seems to be all of the questions in the Q&A for now. But if you go to the Springboard website, atu.ie/Springboard, you will find the contact information for the Springboard coordinator. So if there's any course-specific questions that you have, you can link in with our coordinators from there.
Great. Thank you very much, Grace, for moderating the Q&A there. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening to our joining in our webinar today. As I said, it's recorded, so you can watch it back if you need to. And for those checking in on it later, we hope you found it a very informative session. Thank you very much to Peter, to Catherine, and to Stephen for taking us through the various offerings. Hope you apply to a course at Atlantic Technological University, and we look forward to welcoming you on campus, be it virtually or on campus in the very near future. And have a great rest of the day. Thank you very much, and thanks, Grace.
Thank you, Eamon. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye now.
Bye, folks.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.